Hi, I'm Sonia, Hecatan Stitch Witch, and right now I'm in my kitchen doing my witchy thing. I'm going to be pouring a candle, but I am going to teach you how to crochet so you can get into the knot magic and stitch magic fun. So what you're going to need for most of my teachings are going to be some worsted weight acrylic yarn. Okay, you can use cotton yarn once you get more comfortable with the manipulation of the yarn, but acrylic will work just fine. And this is a 4-ply, it's a medium weight yarn. Okay, I'm going to suggest a hook that is a size 5.5 to 5mm hook. Also going to need scissors. I like these kinds of scissors. They stay sharp and I just like them. So today's lesson is going to be focused on how you hold your yarn. So your dominant hand is the hand that's going to be holding your hook, and there's a couple of ways that you can hold your hook. There's the knife hold like this, where you hold it like you're holding a knife. And then another way that you can hold your hook, depending on if you're comfortable with it, is like you're holding a spoon. Everybody does this differently. You have to find what's comfortable for your dominant hand. I like to do the knife. And then with your non-dominant hand, you're going to hold your yarn. Now this is the tail end of the yarn, and this is the working yarn because it's going to pull from your ball of yarn or your skein of yarn. So I have a video where I show you how to start crocheting right away without making a slip knot. Let's make a slip knot. So you pinch the two pieces of yarn together and you're going to tie it around it like you're tying a tie. So you wrap it around it, and I still have space here, but I'm going to take it through this loop so that it slides through, and our working yarn is free and moving and the tail stays still. So see how that's moving? That's the working yarn. This is the tail. So I want you to be patient with yourself, okay? Because this took me many years to learn. Now, this is the tail here, and this is the working yarn. What you want to do is create tension. See how this is tightening up? Enough tension that when you're stitching, your stitches come out nice and clean, and you're not having the problem where this loop just keeps flipping around on your hook. Okay? The way that I carry my yarn so that there's tension is I like to wrap it around my pinky finger. So I place this yarn like this, and then I wrap it around my pinky finger twice, and then I hold the yarn. I'll do it again. The yarn, there's the tail and the working yarn. I wrap it around my pinky twice, and then I hold the yarn with my non-dominant hand. And then I'm ready to stitch. And usually I hold the tail with this hand. But you can see how easy it is to even stitch with one hand after you practice. And you should have V's with your stitches. Let's try that again. So you have the tail of the yarn that's in my right hand, and you have the working yarn, and I'm going to wrap it around my finger, my pinky twice, and then I'm going to pinch the yarn here. And I like to hold this yarn too, but after that, you're going to yarn over, and you always bring the yarn from the front of the hook to the back, and you pull through and you have your first stitch. I'm going to do that slowly again. You yarn over and you pull through. I'm going to do it with my finger now, but let me just make sure my tension is good by winding it around my finger, yarn over and pull through. Yarn over and pull through. So just remember to be patient with yourself. This is something that you have to practice, or you should practice your crocheting daily. And you can find me on Instagram or on TikTok and here on YouTube. Feel free to comment, and I'll respond as quickly as I can. Take care.